Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you the details of this car. This is the new Tesla Model 3, the standard version, so the rear-wheel drive base spec model. So let's check it out. On the front we have a nice sleek design. You see these slim headlights, daytime running LEDs, and they are flickering just on the camera. Matrix LEDs on this trim as well. And then the Tesla badge is finished in the satin black color. Gives it a nice sporty look. The bonnet that hides the frunk, which I will show you a bit later on. And I love the look of the car from this angle with the nice clean design for the bumper. Very sporty indeed. Now we move on to the side. Take a look at the silhouette. 4.72 meters is the length of the car, and it sits on the 18-inch wheels. So the wheels on Tesla Model 3, they go from 18 up to 20-inch ones. But here are the base ones, which are basically the steel wheels with the covers. The covers that are very aerodynamic, of course, make your car even more efficient. And I think they also look quite nice. And you can put the air pressure in the tires without removing the covers, so that's convenient. Let's take a look at the dimension of the tires. 235/45 R18. We have the Turanza, so the Bridgestone Turanza T005 EV tires on this particular model. Then the satin finish here. You have, of course, the cameras, then the lovely design for the wing mirrors, and of course the door handles. I will show you that a bit later on. Now we move on to the rear of the car with the gorgeous taillights. I'm a big fan of the design from the rear. Look at this. So you have the Tesla lettering here in the middle that is also finished in black, and then the nice elegant design for the taillights, and again flickering just on the camera. The lower section of the bumper has got this plastic part here, and also here is the rear view camera. There's no badging here, so this is the standard model rear wheel drive. And now I will show you the trunk space. So press this, electric tailgate opens, and here we are greeted with generous trunk. Just take a look how deep this is. And then also you have additional room, quite a lot of it. And also on the sides, so you see here where my hands go, all the way on both sides. The light is here and also on the left as well. So yeah, and of course you have the frunk as well. So very convenient. You see when you open the tailgate, the additional lights come up at the lower section of the bumper. Now let's enter the car, and I will actually first lock it with the card. So now it locks. You see the mirrors fold, and then mirrors unfold, car unlocks. This is the way to open the door handle, so to open the doors actually with this door handle. Now the interior, so you see nice modern look, minimalistic, and on the standard model there are no ambient lights, but you still have the nice central console and also lovely seats. Let me show you them from close. So they have this special textile and feels very nice, and a big thumb up from me for those seats. Now you do have the electronic adjustments, but you need to go into the menu for it, so I will show you that as well. There are no buttons here on the standard model. And then here you have also some textile, no ambient lighting, and of course these switches for the windows and the mirrors, and decent amount of room in the door pocket. Now it's time to see it from driver's perspective. Here is your view as a driver, the 3-spoke steering wheel that has the manual adjustment. So you see here we can adjust the steering wheel. And then there's also the stalk for the indicators that is back. So easy way to use the indicators. I also quite loved the buttons on the steering wheel. But yeah, now back to the stalk. I want to hear your thoughts. Which one do you prefer? Now here, the 15.4-inch touchscreen, the floating screen with the lovely design. And then also you see here the dashboard itself with textile and no ambient lights when we compare it to the other models that sit above. So this is something that I would really love to have, especially during the night, because Tesla has this nice illumination and I think it really suits the dashboard design itself. But maybe that's just me, because I'm a huge fan of the ambient lights, so I want to hear your thoughts. Now let me change the view and show you more details. You have the rollers here on the steering wheel as well as the buttons. This is to wash your windshield. Press this, you then also access the light settings and you can flash the lights by pressing the button. The lovely screen from close. I will go through the infotainment system in a moment. 2 wireless charging pads, and you have the card that you put here, and then you would press the brake and then you can start your drive. I quite like the design here, and there is a 12-volt power supply here, and yeah, the light carpeting, the cup holders that have the adjustments here. In order to close this, you need to push it and then it goes back to the position. The stitching, very nice detail here on the middle armrest, which of course you can move upwards, and then you have the access to the storage compartment that hides the USB-C port as well. Speaking about storage, glove compartment, and in order to open it, you go here and you see glove box, press it, and now it opens. The infotainment system, so by pressing the car icon here, you go into this menu where you have the controls for the lights. Here is where you can also fold mirrors. Again, open the glove box, which I already showed you, and mirrors and steering. So steering, you see, I already showed you that actually. And then for the mirrors, you can use this and adjust them. And touch this. Now you are adjusting the right one. You can turn on auto fold. And let's go to the seat adjustment. So you see here, so you can do it like this, but also you can use this. So scroll to switch between driver seat controls. You see now you're changing between different ones. Let's put this one, for example, and I want to move it forward, backward, then lumbar support. And you see, for example, lumbar support only for the driver's seat. And you can also change the position here of this, and yeah, now you can go forward, backward. You can also do it on the touchscreen. You can also do it here for the passenger's seat. And yeah, there's also the shortcut here. I want to show you if, I mean, now I showed you from here, but let's say you are in this main home screen, you can just press this and now you will access the settings for the seats. So this is, you know, for the standard model, the base model, this is how you adjust the seats. Adjust the brightness here, and yeah, it can be auto, but I will keep it on maximum. Dynamics, you can choose between chill and standard mode. Auto shift, you can turn it on, but it's currently in beta for parking and multi-point turns. Auto shift can assist with shifting out of park or between drive and reverse drive modes based on your surroundings without you using the touchscreen. And the touchscreen is here for drive, park, and reverse. So you can turn that on. Sleep start, used to help free vehicles stuck in snow, sand, or mud. Charging, you can then adjust also the settings and the charge limit. Self-driving, and you can set the speed limit. These are the driver assistance safety systems. You can then adjust how you want them to work. And by the way, the speed warning I will show you, it's very easy to turn it off. So actually, there we go. Now I've turned on. And if we put the car into, I will actually put on my seatbelt first. There we go. So now we can choose the direction, and we are now in drive. If I press this is how you turn off the speed warning sound. So it's very easy. Tap here to go into park, and this is to go into reverse. By the way, these are the cameras. You can also access the cameras by pressing the button here, and then it's also possible to wash. Let's go here, back to the settings, and lock. Lights, currently we have it on auto. You can turn on the rear fog light, and we have selected, of course, the adaptive headlights that selectively dims individual pixels of the high beams to reduce glare for other traffic and adjusts headlights for curves. So that is something that will be very useful during the night drive. Display settings, you can have the dark appearance as well. Looks quite nice. And the auto one, which I will currently have, so light, dark, and of course currently auto is on light. Screen clean mode. You can also customize pet mode and change the language here. Then safety, you can turn on the sentry mode. Service info is here. Software, and this is the total kilometers, total trip of your car, so the number of kilometers. Then navigation settings, trips. You have the info about your drive, and profiles, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and audio settings that can be adjusted as well. So now we covered the car settings. You have this nice overview of the car. You can then open, for example, the charging port, the tailgate, and also the frunk. Swiping it to the right gives you access to the map here, which you can see very fast and responsive. You can also have this view. And on this lower section, you also have the adjustments and actually the shortcut that goes into this, where you adjust the AC settings. So you adjust where you want air to blow. You adjust also the air blower itself, and then the temperature in here. So it's on touch, but I think you will get used to it pretty quickly. And what else can I show you? You have here also then for the navigation, camera, energy, and the wipers. The settings are here, and you can use this roller to change how you want them to work. By pressing the battery logo here, you either have the percentage or the range. And by the way, let me also show you the heated steering wheel. You can turn it on here, and also the driver's seat and the passenger's seat heating. But we don't need that right now. It's 25 degrees outside. And also here you see you can also then customize which things you want in the section here on the My Apps, and these are the recent apps. So this is actually the recent app but let's see if we can put it here in the My app. Yes, we can. So then you have it here. I think this is convenient because you will use this probably often. And then again, by pressing this, you also access the AC controls. So yeah, I think it will be pretty easy to use those. The sun visors, hello there, with the lights. So driver's one and for the passenger as well. Hazard lights are located here on top. The lights and the beautiful panoramic sunroof. And by the way, let's open the charging port. This is how it looks. The windows are not tinted at the rear. Now I will show you the situation at the rear bench. In order to open the rear doors, it's the same procedure as on the front. Once you get used to this, it will be pretty easy. So the frameless windows, and also on the front, let me show you from close as well. And here is your situation. Without further ado, let's jump inside. The seats have the same pattern as on the front, so very lovely. And yeah, this is how it looks. So the plastic covers here for the rear of the front seats, and here on the higher trims you would have the 8-inch display. That's not the case with the standard model. So with this one you have the classic air vents and the USB-C ports, which I think is actually all that you need. So some of you may prefer that, but again, then you need to go for the higher trims. So the premium, either rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or the performance version. Let me also show you here in the middle, the middle armrest with the cup holders. They have the adjustments here, and also the convenient features. Take a look at this. You have the lights, panoramic sunroof, time to close the door. There we go. Now let me show you the situation for my head. Here it is on 1.87 m, and there is still some room left for my head. And yeah, overall quite nice and comfortable here at the rear bench. In order to open the door, press this. But there's also the manual switch, so you need to open this and then you can have the manual release for the doors. In order to open the front, you need to press this on your screen, so it's pretty easy. Open front. There we go. And here, pretty generous again for the front. You can put maybe like a cabin luggage in here. You have the place where you put your washer fluid. Now let's talk about the specifications. As I already mentioned, this is the rear-wheel drive, so the base spec model. 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds, and the top speed is 201 kilometers per hour. 534 kilometers of WLTP all-electric range, and DC charging is up to 175 kilowatts. 15 minutes of charging will cover around 270 kilometers. Other versions include the premium long-range rear-wheel drive with 750 kilometers of range by WLTP cycle, and the premium long-range all-wheel drive with 660 kilometers of range by WLTP cycle, and they support 250 kilowatt DC charging. Top of the line is the performance all-wheel drive version with 460 horsepower, 3.1 seconds to reach 100, and the top speed of 262 kilometers per hour. So tell me in the comments what would be your ideal specification for this car. Another walk around, this time with lights and indicators turned on. So you see now the main units, how they look when they are turned on. And here is the indicator. Very interesting design here on the side. And this is your view with the lights and indicators turned on. So very lovely design here. You see they follow the lighting of the taillight. Alright guys, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe for more as we are now going on a point of view test drive. Tell me in the comments how do you like the car, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.